Welcome to Oahspe College University. Joining us today is Brother Israel Black. Brother Israel, good afternoon. How are you?
Peace and shalom. Bless, bless.
Topic of discussion today is what does it mean to be a faithist? So I'm going to start off, brother, and then from there you could say to the viewers out there, what does it mean to be a faithist from your inspiration and according to Oahspe. Um, I have read Oahspe for 2 years, and from my understanding from reading Oahspe, a faithist means those who have faith and believe in the ever-present Creator. Now, when they say ever-present Creator, they strictly saying that a creator that does not sit somewhere in a throne in heaven or ethereal heaven or atmospheric heaven. So those who believe in the creator and have faith in the ever-present, the omnipresent creator are the faithists. And those who do good works are toward the creator. So who has given up self. In other words, they believe that they could do work for others without asking a penny. They could lift people up from spiritual influence. Those are faithists. Now, if you believe in the Creator that sits or talks to a man face to face, like angels will speak to you face to face, then you're not a faithist. It's very easy to understand. So today we're going to continue talking about this topic. So, Brother Israel, what do you have to say about that? We know from Oahspe that our faithists are those who simply just don't believe, who believe in the ever-present, someone who's not sitting in a throne or angel or
Yeah,
anything like that. Can you add to that?
yeah. I feel that faithists don't just believe. We know that that God is not a spirit that sits on the throne. The Creator. The Creator is not a spirit that sits on the throne.
Right.
We believe that we really don't believe. We know that He is the creator of the universe and He creates all things.
Exactly.
Unseen, unseen. You feel me?
Right. Right.
And everything that the Creator fills all space and all place at all times.
Right. That is
Um,
true, brother.
we,
Yeah, you're
we,
absolutely
we
right.
know
We don't second
we know that.
guess.
But go ahead.
Yeah, we don't second guess. We know for the fact.
Yeah,
We
we
know,
know.
right? We
We
know
know,
that the ever present. You're right. Go ahead, brother.
and we know that everything is a part of Him and of Him. You know, we just like we just like a cell to His body.
That is amazing,
Um,
brother Israel. So we know from reading the Oahspe that being a faithist came around the time of sanctities and the host of angels who came down about 79,000 years ago. But that doesn't mean that being a faithist started 79,000 years ago, because those angels, including sanctity, who was the first God of heaven and earth, he was a faithist because he knows Jehovah. So,
yes.
so which means that being a faithist had been around even before 79,000 years ago. Do you want to add to
Yeah.
that?
From the beginning of time of man inhabitants, faithist was around.
Right.
Knowing and having faith in the Almighty Creator Jehovah. And the thing about it, with faithists, they hold the commandments of the Most High.
Right. Right.
And that's the laws of the Most High, or the commandments of the Most High, is what it really means to be a faithist. And
Exactly.
the commandments are, minds have no gods but me. Minds have no idols or image of me. Minds do not bow down before idols. Minds remember the 4 sacred days of the moon. Minds honor their parents. Minds kill nothing I have made alive. Minds do not steal. tell lies, or covet anything, and minds return good to all men. So within that, that's a faithist.
Thank you, Brother Israel. You're absolutely right. And our faith is,
Hello?
yeah, our faith, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, our faith is, you're right, that has to follow the commandment. They have to follow the command. And if your faith is, and you still go back and worship any other gods, then you're not a faithist. It's very
You're
easy.
not.
You're
Yeah.
right, brother. A faithist does not go back to worship an idol. And from reading Oahspe, an idol can be those who still, worship the other gods that they talk about in the form of a religion. And
Correct.
we know there are four major religions out there today, and they are not of faithists. They still worship other gods, and
Yes, they
right,
worship,
exactly.
basically worship ghosts, spirits of men.
Exactly. When you say spirit of man, right? Can you expound more on that? But before you say that, I just want to throw something out there
Okay.
to our viewers. Um,
Okay.
Spirit of man. That means that that spirit once lived either
Yes,
in
it
right.
was once in a corporeal body. It once lived on a corporeal planet.
So
And it was in existence. It had to come in existence, and it went out of existence. We call that the ghost. We call that a ghost. Spirit man. That's why they in the religions they had Holy Ghost, because the ghost is really a spirit of a man.
exactly. Thank you, brother. You actually said exactly what the viewer wants to hear. And there's a perfect verse in the Oahspe that God said, I'm your elder brother of 10,000 years of experience. So
Yes.
that means,
He is
and right,
he was living in a corporeal life, a physical being, and knew the light of the Creator, and carried with him to the spiritual realm.
exactly. And this particular God also said, you should not worship me, that you should worship the ever present. So,
Creator.
right, you should worship the creator, the ever present. So, from we that have been reading Oahspe, and in the future, those who are going to be reading Oahspe, they're going to see this for themselves.
Yeah.
That, to worship a God, whether it's a man or a spirit, it's not the ever present.
No,
And
it's just like you make an idol an image.
exactly. And if you worship a savior or God, then you're not a faithist.
You're not.
Right. So, and another thing about being a faithist has to do with when you see a brother who is living in spiritual ignorance, we should practice our highest best to try to lift that brother up.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. We present the information to them, we give
Hmm.
them the guideline, and it's up to them either to believe it or not. But we are
Yeah.
practicing our highest best by giving this information out to the entire planet now.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons the Oahspe College University had to come about. We as group of faithists decided that we need to show this information to the world. And I'm glad you're actually here with us today, so
Hmm.
that we could continue this work. And the good news is that even though if we are not here tomorrow, the other faiths will still carry this legacy and continue
Yeah.
practicing and teaching about
Um,
Jehovah. Exactly. So even though if tomorrow something was to happen to either me and you, there's gonna be other faiths out there
uh,
who are
they're going to
willing.
be our faithists with their torch shining bright. They're going to shine the light so they could to show the pathway. You know, faithists, we don't force, we just enlighten. We show you the way.
Thank you.
You know,
Exactly. Now,
we represent as the light. Just each individual lights of the Creator, showing the right path, the way to go.
right. Now, I have another stuff I want to throw to the table. We've had in the past where some group of Christians said that, they believe they're faithists. And I've had a group of people, I've seen it on Facebook, where they put nationality to being a faithist. Now, before we both answer that topic of discussion about that is we read from Oahspe that the creator is not exclusive.
No.
So
He's
if the
not for one. He's
right,
not for one people. He's for all.
so if the creator is not exclusive and it's not for one group or one people, why have we seen some faithists claim nationality? A perfect example is I'm a Guyanese faithist, or I'm a Nigerian faithist, or I'm a Jamaican faithist. I mean, these people, that means that they've not actually seen the light properly.
No.
They get a little bit of light, maybe about 15% of light, but they've not actually received the full blown of light. Do you want to expand more on that and I also talk about it?
To me, I feel it's because of self.
Mm-hmm.
They still hold on. They do not get the two parts of the whole.
Right, right,
They still hold on to self, and they don't get the concept that the creator is for all, not just for one set of people or one set of race. He's for all. He created all. He loves all. He has he doesn't curry favor. You feel me? He
right,
loves all of creation, and no matter what. But once you know about purification and you hold life sacred as your life, all life sacred, then you are a faithist.
right,
And
exactly.
it's no other way.
Right, exactly.
You have to see the beneficial of the whole, not just yourself or one set of group of people, but for the benefit of the whole.
Thank you, brother Israel. Now, so I'm gonna add to that too, because once you're faithist, then you can't claim nationality. Because
No,
if you were to cross over today, if I was to cross over to the lower heaven today, I'm not gonna be claiming nationality that I'm a Nigerian. No,
no.
our faithists don't claim nationality. So
Mm-mm.
yeah, this is why this topic of discussion had to come about. What does it really mean to be a faithist?
Yeah,
A faithist does not claim nationality. Now,
no.
we know from reading Oahspe that that the Creator had other faithists in different countries. He had faithists
Yeah,
in China. We had faithists in
yeah.
India, in
Correct.
Africa. Right. We had it in
Correct.
Egypt. We have it all over the world.
All
So
over the world.
exactly, to try to claim nationality as a faithist, that's not, practicing your highest best. You're right.
Yeah,
That's self. That's
because
that's
the
Satan.
creator, yeah, the creator is not of color, class, nor creed. He is not of none of that. He is of humanity in the whole and life in the whole. Not
Right.
none of the ism schism with human bring about separation. No, he's about the benefit of the whole, the unison of the whole, everything, everyone.
Thank you, brother. Another thing that comes up about this topic, what does it mean to be a faithist, is that we still have some people who are second guessing themselves. So I'm going to elaborate a little bit. Some people call themselves a faithist, but at the same time, they still go back to read certain Bibles. Now, I'm not saying it's not okay to read a Bible, but of course, you could read a Bible if you're trying to make a point to someone else. But to go there and still kind of think, is there some gold nugget in this Bible? I still feel there's something there. I've seen some faiths do this. Do you want to expand
Yeah,
on that? Why do they second guess themselves? Because before you answer that, brother, I read Oahspe for 2 years. I started reading in October of 2014, and I fully embraced what Oahspe was telling me in November of 2014. During that first month of October in 2014, I was not second guessing, but I was upset with myself. Why is it that this information is just coming to me after me
mhm,
of years of searching the truth? But that doesn't mean I second guess myself. What it means
no,
was I was just upset that this information didn't come to me sooner, because I wasted so many years reading the Bible, and to come and find this new light, I was like, why is this? So I'm not sure why other people, why other faiths second guess themselves sometimes. But yeah, let's talk about this because this is another issue we should talk about as faiths because
Yep.
yeah, they call themselves faiths, but they're second guessing themselves. So the floor is open. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I figure that when you certain people, when you learn that the things that they tell you are true are really lies, then you have to go and reconfigure your mind and delete, like reset your whole computer. And some
Right,
people tend where they so far into life, and it's easier to bend a tree while it's young. Some of us in these times are done program and then installed so much of this so over the years that it's hard for them to let go. You feel me? And
right,
in order for you to progress, in order for you to grab something new or grab on something else, you have to let go of what is in your hand now. And
right.
that's what they fail to do. They fail to go to let go the old information and restock the new because of fear.
Right, exactly, exactly. You're absolutely right, brother. So, if there are no other questions, from your side, or if you want to still talk more about it, I mean, the conclusion is that, as a faithist, we know that we serve the ever present. No man, no angel have ever seen the Creator, and
Hmm.
those who know that are faithist. Now,
Yeah,
if you're second guessing yourself, still thinking maybe the creator, is sitting in some type of throne or in a ship or in a craft or planet somewhere, then you're not a faithist.
yeah,
And it's very easy to understand. And another
yeah,
thing, brother, before we close, is that we still have some faithists that still believe that God and the creator are the same thing.
yeah.
That's another topic that we need to kind of like clear out in this today's topic. What does it mean to be a faithist? Now I'm going to open the floor to that. Now, if you're a faithist and still believe that God, who is an angel, is the same thing with the creator, then you're not a faithist. It's very
No,
easy.
you're not.
It's very easy to understand. And that's one of the reasons the Oahspe College University came in place because we are learning, and as we learn and we continue to grow as a family, we have to be able to teach and show people out there, that this is this and this is this. And if Oahspe clearly tells us that an angel who sits on a throne and occupies the position of God is an angel, then why do some faithists still go back and try to refer to God as being the creator? And I'm not saying there's something wrong with it, but once you know, then you can't just go back to.
Yes, you should act upon what you know.
Exactly. You should act on what you know. Exactly, brother. So I'm gonna leave the floor open. You could talk about it, and then of course I'll add to it as time goes on. Go ahead, brother.
Well, I guess over the years, doing with these Bibles nowadays, it doesn't the Bibles never really give you definitions on what is a God, what is an angel, what is an archangel. It never really broke it down. And over the years, they never knew that God is just a title. You see what I'm saying? It's a title,
Right.
and and the Bible states that God created the heavens and the earth. So they are thinking that God is the creator God,
Wow.
which is not right. And we as faithists know how it came to be, and we'll be getting in that discussion in later times.
Of
But
course.
over the years, it was stained and it had a big impact over the years for generations and generations. But
Right.
as faithists, we are the light bearers, we are the torch, we're the candle. So we come to expose all the follies of the ancients and all the false gods and everything so that people could come to light and we could shine a path for the right way.
Right. Thank you, brother.
So,
So, yeah, you're absolutely right. One of the problem is what we grew up to know, and majority of people grew up reading the King James Bible, and from there
yep.
it says God created the heaven and earth, and
Uh,
but from us faithists who've read Oahspe, and for there are some faithists who've never even read Oahspe, and they know that this the Great Spirit is the ever-present creator, and they know the difference between a God, a Lord God, and a Lord. They know these are
Lord.
just titles of angels.
Hmm. Yep.
And a perfect example is as we have president in America who sits as the president for a period of 4 years, and then another 4 years they have to re-elect. It's the same thing
Yep.
in the heavens. Um,
Same
the,
thing.
right.
That's where they got it from.
Exactly. Exactly. So, to bring the creator down to a position of a God as a faithist, once you know that a God is not a creator, then you don't use that word. And we've had
No.
few faithists that will still do it. And, Brother Israel Dave pointed out a verse in the book of Orantonen that speaks about that if you know in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit that the God that you're referring to, if you use God being the that is the ever present, then you're not blaspheming. We understand that.
Yeah, we understand that.
We understand that. But when you still refer to the creator as being God, being,
Yeah.
then
You,
that's where the
you,
problem is.
yeah, that's where the problem is.
And the thing is, as a faithist, you see in Oahspe that the faithists don't even refer to the creator as a God.
That's God. No,
No,
we,
they
we call him the
don't.
creator. We call him the creator.
Right. And one of the things that I pointed out to the faithist person who said that to me was that I said, the angel that said that, point to me in that verse where he referred to the creator being God. He did not
Hmm.
refer to the creator being God either, because he has risen above that, and that God who was talking in the book of Orantonio, or the bunch of gods that was talking, they know that Jehovah or Mars is not a God, but they
Yeah.
wanted to a bridge, or they wanted to come into a settlement for we humans, because they know we
Yeah.
humans are very, very difficult to deal with.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And our
So
intelligence level is way under the intelligence of the creator.
exactly. So they had to come down our level a little bit, saying, look, if you
Yes.
refer to your God as being the ever present, knowing in your heart that the ever present cannot be seen by a man or cannot be spoken to face, then fine, you could refer to the creator as being a God. So I just want us to clear that up, because I know in the future we're gonna have
Yeah.
some
Yeah, we're gonna
people.
have, but I could give a better definition to that.
Go
If
ahead.
they want to class, if they gonna class him with a god, then we would class him as the God of gods.
Exactly. 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 Thank you, brother. That. In fact, I read a part in the book of Abban when the Israelites had crossed over after they left Egypt, and they saw, I believe, a song of praise where they were referring to, the God of God, and the Elohim. So that
Yeah.
part we understand. So
Yeah.
we understand. So in conclusion, to our viewers out there and to those who are listening to our study for today, our topic of discussion, what does it mean to be a faithist? If you're a faithist and you know that in your heart that you're a faithist, then you cannot refer to the creator as being a God. It's very easy to understand. And
Yeah.
and if you see a brother who needs to be lifted up spiritually, you should help a brother out. If you see a sister, then you should help the sister out. We're not saying that you shouldn't help them, but make sure when you do help them, you're not degrading them spiritually. Because
Yeah.
this is one of the problems that some of we faithists face. How do you lift others up without degrading them spiritually?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as a faithist, we don't degrade people spiritually. So we either
No.
leave them the way they are, because we know eventually they still have to come and, and rise and resurrect.
Um, as faithists, we show them their potential. We show
Exactly.
them that they're more than what they think they are.
Right, exactly. And to add to that, in the book of Fragapeti, you see how Fragapeti lifted a man, a god who's been a god for a very long time, and he didn't even know
Yeah.
there were other heavens out there,
Nope.
and he didn't
Yeah.
know. But Fragapeti lifted this guy up by showing him stuff. He took him on a tour and showed him. And Fragapeti is an Orion chief. That's another level of angel right there.
Yep.
And he was able to show another angel in the lower heaven the difference, And so that's one of the reasons the Oahspe College University came about. In the future, we are going to have a topic about what is Oahspe College University, because there are some viewers or people who don't know what exactly it means, and we're going to explain this in full details. And I would love us to have this in the open conference where everybody can freely talk about it. And in our upcoming topics, we're going to talk about who is God, who is Satan, who is a beast, what does it take to be a god. And so we have a lot of topics and a lot of educational studies to show our viewers, to show people who are watching our YouTube video all over the world.
Yeah.
So, Brother Israel, thank you so much for joining the Oahspe College University live broadcast recording today. Thank you, brother. If you have any other things to say, brother, the mic is yours. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, brother. It's a peace and a pleasure. It's wonderful to do Jehovah's work, and I just like to say peace, light, love, shalom, and I hope.
Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Yeah, we have it. What does it mean to be a faithist? Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those of you who want to read more about Oahspe, please go on Google, search for Oahspe, Oahspe. Or you could go on eBay or Amazon. You could get the book, or if you want to download a copy of Oahspe on a PDF version, just subscribe to our YouTube video, and you'll see a link below our YouTube video that has a link for you to download the Oahspe. Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Bye bye now.